here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in.
Who?
Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
Come here, little guy. Come here, my little boy.
To go on top. So that's what we did there. That back's going to be sensational. That is so smooth. Very, very smooth. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as stringed instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys playing, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tippa-tappa, tippa-tippa-dum, ring, 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 tippa-tappa, tippa-tappa, dum, ding, dum, dang. So it's all good. Howdy doody go, guys and girls. What's going on? Welcome on in. End of the week, we've had a bit of time off, which was good. How you doing, Dana? Good to see you. Where are we up to? We are up to braces done and shaped. I'm just clamping in a little dress piece across the joint here just to hide that joint, neaten that up. The bracing on the back is done, so I'll show you that. There's our bracing on the back, shaped, ready to go. That's starting to resonate nicely now. We can tap test that. Terry, what's going on? That's the back, nice and loud. I won't do the front. We've got these things holding it down, so that's quite loud as well. And it tends to hold a bit of resonance there, so it tends to vibrate. Look, those are done now, so we're going to put those away. We're going to now get the sides together and glue in the neck block and glue in the tail block and get ready for the next phase, which is putting that box together now. Cutting some bracing and some purfling, lining and all sorts of stuff. Kerf linings and purfling and all sorts of wonderful stuff. So, let's get to the bench. Let's get those blocks sorted out. What's happening, Terry? Are you well? Leslie, how are you? Look, I'm sorry. There was some confusion. I set the schedule for, I don't know what I did, but it was PM in my time. It should have been AM. Hopefully this time I brought it forward an hour. So it's 11 AM here rather than 12 PM. So that should be probably better for you guys. You're having internet issues. Terry, what's new? You're always having internet issues, but that's okay. All right, so here we have some wood, some mahogany, and some Queensland maple, very close to the grain pattern on this. This is our neck block, nice and thick, about 1.5 inches. This is a smaller tail block, okay? And what we're going to do is cut these to size now so that we've got these aligned properly. Now that grain's aligned well and it's under compression. This one isn't. Actually that is, but I don't think that's what we need. We need a longer piece. So I'm going to use this piece here for both, but I might have to make the tail end a little bit thinner and not as thick. That's okay. We're going to cut this down the middle here and shape this piece of wood. Let me just check and see how square that is, because that doesn't look right. I think it's square from this end. but that end there needs to be tailored as well. It needs to be 120 millimeters high. That's the, sorry, I lie. 100 millimeters, 4 inches. That's the front. Okay. Mark that out. That's our neck block there. Okay, that's how big we need. That's the front of the guitar. The back's a lot higher. The back's another inch higher, but it will be thinner. So we need to cut that down the middle, get that to shape, square that up as best we can. I might just give that a little bit more and then just plane it down when we need to. Only because I want to smooth out and square up those sides. How square is that? That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, that's not too bad. That's okay. That's all right. Okay, we're going to cut that, we're going to cut that. And then we're going to measure this guy up a little bit narrower. We're going to go 3 inches. We're going to go 120 high, or 5 inches, 4 3/4. That's the back of the guitar, noticeably higher than the front, right? That's a bit higher than the front. The guitar tends to slope way downwards towards the neck. The back is higher than the front. So we need to get that guy done. So let's measure 120 up here. Join those up. That doesn't look right. It's not very straight. Ah, gone a bit high there. There we go. That's better. Okay, we need to cut these up and we need to shape this guy. We want 3 inches here. 2 3/4 actually. That's the tail block. Let's go cut these up on the old saw. Dana, what's going on? Which is why I'm glad. I would so not want to be starting the day in 2 3/4 hours, I must say. Ha! Leslie, indeed. Yes. We're good, 9 p.m. my time. Yes, I brought it forward, so that should be better for you guys. Excellent. Okay, let's go cut this up. See how we go. Drill room. But there we go. I keep all this wood because we're going to use it for bracing fingers, side fingers, etc. So it's all handy, it's all scrap, but it's all usable. Okay. let's cut this guy up. I'll put the fence on. Just to help the guy a little bit. It's a little bit on the bulky side. This helps a little bit. It isn't square perfectly, so I really don't need that. I'll just use my hands for now. We're going to sand that, plane that flat. Okay, what have we got? We've unstepped. Ha! Superstar my backside. Thank you very much for resubbing there, Marky Mark. Good to see you, my friend. What is happening? We've got our tail block. We've got our 5-inch tail block. We've got our 4-inch neck block. We're good to shape these now and get these all sorted. Square this guy up a little bit. That's good. That's not too bad. That's not the best. We're going to just tidy this up. Need to plane that off. That's straight, that's good. This one's a little bit crooked. This straight is edge straight, so that's the end. Okay. That end's good. Okay. I left about 1 millimeter or 2 of extra length. Just going to take that off now. I'm going to sand that down. Get that guy square. Doesn't really matter because we're going to chamfer those corners. Okay, it's just the one edge there, just a slight little deviation, about 1 millimeter. Okay, we'll sand that later. We don't need to do that now. What we're going to line up now, this guy here I think is reasonably square. Let's check that out.